Hey guys, just wanted to do a second video. There was a few issues I feel with the video I made yesterday. Really trying to work out how to get the sound and everything correct. There's a lot that goes into editing these videos. I take my hat off to all the YouTubers out there that make quality content. It's way more challenging. I spent a whole day working on that video yesterday, ultimately for 20 minutes of footage, which was reduced down to a 12-minute video after editing. There was other things in there that I decided I didn't want to include. Yeah, it's extremely challenging putting together creative content. As someone who's an ex-musician, I can appreciate the work that goes into it. But really, this is a whole other ball game entirely. I guess you could say that I believe that the bar's been raised quite highly to make content like this, because everyone is out there making high quality content. So just to be another bloke running around with an action cam on a selfie stick, that's not enough, clearly. So where am I going? Anyway, this is one of those things that I've learned, is that the other part that's challenging, and you can hear it right now, it's knowing where to take your train of thought and putting it into words. At the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. So that's a whole different level of creativity as well. The difference with making music is it's all the time that you put into creating something through audio feedback that you're hearing, whether you're playing an instrument or whatever it is, and deciding if it's something that you're happy with or pleased with or makes you feel good or whatever. So whereas this is a completely different sort of creative space. What else did I want to talk about? Just trying to work out camera settings. Another one was the audio. My audio was atrociously low, so clearly everyone's out there either with high quality microphones, or they're mastering audio or editing it in Pro Tools software or whatever. All I'm going to be trying to do is just, when I go into my editing app, I'm going to just turn up the volume. I'm going to crank it right up. But just touching on what I spoke about yesterday, we've woken up this morning, S&P 500 I think's down 3.5% from yesterday. Yesterday's 9.5% upswing in the S&P 500 that we woke up to in Australia. It all happens while we're asleep, of course, in Australia. It really is I'd love to go into talking about Australia and how ultimately you could say that this is the lucky country, in the sense that you really do need luck to get anywhere here. Whereas I feel that America is really the land of opportunity. It all happens on their timeline. Anything happening in global markets, it's all happening on US time. So we're all asleep. Stock markets can be crashing. Your Bitcoin can be going to zero. Chances are, if you are a Bitcoiner, you're going to be awake at all hours anyway, watching that bloody thing. I can't think of anything worse, really, than being awake at 3:30 a.m. just so you can watch markets and make sure you're not losing a mountain of money or whatever you've invested. Another thing that I wanted to sort of say is that this weather is absolutely crazy. We're a good nearly halfway through April, and this weather is like spring. I don't know if other people out there are noticing, but these seasons are not normal. They're changing. This is nothing, I believe, to do with climate change. And what I think this is really about is the geomagnetic excursion, which we're currently experiencing, which is going to see the poles shift. I don't know if you know much about that. Along with the volcanic activity, which is dramatically escalating in various parts of the world. If you're not onto that, well, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, Santorini was evacuated a couple of months back. So if that's anything to go by, you could say it's pretty serious. I know Naples has been rocked with a mountain of earthquake activity, and from what I understand, most of this is volcanic. So it's more than just tectonic plates moving around and stuff. I believe it is all largely related to geomagnetic activity and yeah, probably solar activity as well. There's a lot going on there. I follow some geophysicists online a bit to try and keep updated with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, we've all got the same 24 hours, and there's only so much you can jam in, right? And even just making these videos, I mean, where are we now? 7 minutes and something already. I mean, there's just so much time that goes into things. Yesterday, that video, like I said, it consumed my whole day, really, of daylight hours. And really, it kind of sucked. But you know what? If I don't come out here and do this, I'm not going to work it out. No one out there is going to teach you how to make this stuff work. And it's like anything in life that I've had to do. You've got to go out there and have a go and just figure it out. But yeah, where was I going? This weather's crazy. How much sunlight we are getting in Victoria, Australia at the moment is just ridiculous for this time of year. Again, like I said, it's like spring. Birds are all out chirping in the mornings. I've got flowers that are blooming in the front garden, things like that. It's, again, I just think that we're seeing maybe the early stages of the pole reversal. It's starting to show that that's a really real event that's happening in the way that our seasons are behaving here, and likely in other parts of the world. There's a lot more that I want to talk about, but at the moment I'm waiting to hear back from some lawyers on a personal matter which has been quite costly, and that's going to be something that I want to talk about in future videos. So you could say that these videos that I'm currently doing are just really working out how to operate all this technology. Can't stand technology, if I'm honest with you. I think it's absolute garbage. Even just operating this camera, there's other settings in there and stuff, and I mucked around with this before I started filming. Couldn't for the life of me figure out where to find those settings, and I've gone through every single thing that I could tap on in the screen. My son would be able to find it in 2 seconds. 14-year-old, saturated in technology. But it just doesn't interest me. At the end of the day, this is all crap, this technology, and it's causing a lot of disconnect as well with humanity and where it's all heading. But you know what, at the end of the day, it's not my problem. I didn't create it. I've got a lot more to talk about, which I'm going to do sort of a lot more detailed content on what my experience has been like dealing with a pretty serious legal matter. The challenges that come with that, it's not just financial burden at the end of the day. I guess you could say that ultimately what I'm dealing with is something that really could have been dealt with should some people have, you know, a reasonable and sound moral compass, if of sorts. I can possibly offer people who may have to deal with the same sort of thing in the future some advice on how to avoid what I'm having to deal with before it becomes a legal matter. Once it does become a legal matter, honestly, it really is consuming, and it will consume a lot of your time, energy, and of course money. I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. There's a lot more to what I've sort of touched base on here, and I don't want this video dragging out for too much more than 10 minutes. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.